But I think it's really important to actually have the discussion. What the outcomes of it will be in our hands. I got Councillor Linda.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First of all, I just wanted to comment on the household document that went out. We actually sat around this table as a governing body and signed off that document, and I don't think any of us here, sitting here, said, oh gosh, we haven't highlighted the levy enough. So I think but I also think that we need to take responsibility for that collectively, and we can't blame anybody else. So if we didn't do that right, we actually signed that off. So we need to own that and do better next time. I think, Mr. Chairman, all the talk about what we could change and what we can't, well, we just simply can't at this stage. So all of that is moot. The LTP has been an 18-month process. It's been researched, developed, it's been debated, it's had items added and subtracted, and we all around this table fully participated, and in the gallery. And not everything in it is palatable to everyone, but a lot of it is exactly what our community, local boards and councillors want. Every single one of us debated passionately about things we wanted. And we heard from over 23,000, maybe 25, because there was a 1,200 have your say, that many people who, high percentage, wanted us to address transport. And a high percentage said they were willing to pay extra. That was what was really clear. By whatever means, they said, yes, we want a robust addressing of our transport issues, and we're willing to pay extra. And those people also knew that we couldn't toll or use a fuel tax unless we had legislation, and that would take time. Everybody knew that. But I don't think that any of those people who wanted that so passionately thought we'd sit around for 3 years and do nothing. So for me, I support the transport levy because it allows us to do something in between the basic transport plan and the full transport plan. An interim levy for an interim plan that allows us to robustly address the issues we have in transport. I sit in my little car with my name all over it on the motorway, and I know people are looking at me going, why don't you fix it? You know, you're a councillor, Linda Cooper councillor, come on, fix it, you know. But I'm sitting, and Todd sends us emails all the time about that bus not moving from Kumeu along that motorway. And good on him, you know, it's great. And some great ideas, Todd. So I think the thing around this is that we can't change it at this late stage. I can't support the amendment put up by Councillor Brewer because we can do that without that amendment. All of these things in item F and all of the things in that amendment, we can actually do that if we want to. The Auditor General has actually said that. And we know that the long-term plan is a 10-year iterative process, and it is a 10-year document, not a 7-year document. That's why it's not legal when it sits there as a 7-year document, as it would be if we didn't pass this today on July the 1st. So, look, I think we've got a lot in here that's very good, and I know that some people are very worried, but I'm also very pleased that the transition has come off, because as much as people say people are going to suffer now because it's come off, there were people that have waited 5 years paying more in the dollar than other citizens in Auckland, and that wasn't fair either. You know, it's our responsibility, or I feel my responsibility, that we have to bite the bullet. We had to take the transition off. We wear it this year, along with the revaluations. All of that is part of what we have to do. So I think the transport levy will robustly, in the interim, address our transport issues. You know, everybody's contributed to this plan. It's not just the Mayor's plan. This is a 20 to 30 year planning exercise, this first 10 years. you know, mayors and councillors come and go, and I'm sure we will, and people will speak next year, whatever they think of what we've done. And that's part of this job too. It's only a 3-year job. So I think we've got, yeah, and that's right. We've got to face the fact. If people don't like it, they'll get rid of us. And so be it, unfortunately or fortunately, whatever way you look at it. That's the reality of being in politics. But I think that individuals, organisations, 21 local boards, 20 councillors and the mayor sat around this table and thrashed this out. And every single one of us have got something that we're really passionate about in here. And a whole lot of us voted for the LTP, even the ones that say they don't like it today. They voted for it in May. And I don't know what happened in the interim. Nothing changed in the plan, nothing at all. And yes, they might have cottoned on, but as councillors, you need to be cottoning on in the meeting, not later. You need to know your stuff in the meeting. So I will support this LTP, but I won't support Councillor Brewer's amendment. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so look, councillors, I think at 12:30, I think it's probably a good time to actually take a bit of a break. I probably have got now there are 1 or 2 who reserve their rights, and so we will climb into that in the afternoon. But in the meantime, why don't we take half an hour? I'm sure you will, George. So we will take a break, and councillors, it's downstairs. But to you all, well done, and let's just keep it jumping.